Oh, that music always gets us hype. That music
Every
always gets us
time.
hype. What's going on, party people?
Hey, y'all.
It's good to see you. It's good to have you. We're excited to be back for another therapy session on the Incubators Couch.
The couch. On the couch.
Incubators Couch, just as a means of station identification, is unscripted, vulnerable conversations with entrepreneurs and business leaders just like you. And today we're excited for the person that we have with us, good friend and fellow entrepreneur here in the city of Huntsville. And we'll get into that in a second or two, but we just want to say a word of welcome to those that are watching.
Yes.
If you are watching with us right now, go ahead and say something in the chat. I see.
Say hey, people. Say
Stephen
hey.
Woods is in the chat. What's going on, sir? Always good to have you. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us tonight. I don't know who was going to watch this on the replay. I don't know who's going to catch this on the other platforms. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, of course.
Yes.
And we're
live
live on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn too.
But we want to make sure that people know where we are on YouTube, because this is where the show will live. We're going to be doing some things on the other platforms as well, Instagram, maybe even TikTok, with some of the shorts that we've pulled from previous episodes. So look out for that. I actually put a couple of them up on the YouTube channel already.
We have. So make sure you're looking out for those.
Yes. But man, listen, we have a number of things lined up for you today. The host rant.
Host rant. Favorite, fan favorite.
Fan favorite. Listen, that is our favorite.
My favorite for sure.
That is our favorite for sure. Hey, Gary Jones, what's going on with you, fam? I see you out there in the chat. Thank you for being here. Always good when we have fam in the chat. Man, Gary is one of our people, man. But no, we definitely are excited about
the host rant, and then we're gonna have the resource of the week, and we got a good one. We always have a good one, and typically it's something that's free.
Free 99.
That's what we aim to do, to keep it.
We try to keep it free.
Oh, Neville is in the chat.
Let's go. Come on. Neville is here with us. I love it. He got tagged, so he's here with us today.
He says, "Catch me on the couch."
Catch me on the couch. Catch me on the couch. That's a whole vibe.
Yes, I like that.
Just like off the cuff, catch me on the couch. The hashtag and everything.
I know.
Come on. Like I could hear the whole hook, like the trap music, everything. All right, let me stop. But no, we're excited. We're excited for all the different segments of the show. We talked about resources of the week, and then of course the therapy session. That's going to be the chunk of it, the lion's share of it today. You know, your boy Neville is a talker,
and that's where Neville comes in. We did not quite go with the time frame.
Yeah, we were a little over this time, but that's okay.
It's good. It's worth it.
It's packed with value. So trust me, you're going to stay around, man. Let's get into the host rant.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So what are we ranting about today?
I just want to do this real quick as a means of house cleaning. The host rant is in exactly what it is. It's a host rant. And for the majority of the ones that we've been doing, we've been really highlighting and focusing on things that let's get that music going. Things that we don't like that clients do.
Yes.
But there's the host rant will also include just general things that we have
that you face as a business owner that is like
or in our specific lane of business, right? As a producer, there are things that I will rant about, and I just want to make sure we clear the room and the space so that we can do those things. So, but so I want to make sure that was clear. But today I want to say this. Fam. This is a pet peeve of mine. I just want to say this, okay? It's 3 words, okay? Buy a domain.
Please.
I'm just going to pause.
Please.
Buy a domain. Buy a domain. Buy a domain. Now, not because our composition is in the business of web design. I'm saying this. I'm saying I can't tell you how many times I'm involved in business discussions with other business owners, entrepreneurs, all kinds of stuff. And when we go to swap email addresses, all of us, right? Not just talking about one-on-one interactions, but when we go to swap email addresses, it's Yahoo, it's me.com, it's Outlook, but most of the time it's Gmail.
And my immediate reaction is, are you serious? Like, are you really in this business game for real? Because that email address says otherwise.
This is the thing that and somebody's scratching their head right now, like, no, Kirk and Kanique, please help me understand, because I have the Gmail and I don't see a problem with it. Here's the issue. It's in a lot of cases, it's 99 cents to register a domain.
It's very affordable.
In a worst case scenario, $30.
And that's for an entire year.
We're talking about for a year.
An entire year. So split that by 12 months. How much is that? Not that much.
I'm saying, what does it say about if you are not investing $30?
I know.
So that because once you buy the domain, you get the email address.
Yes, you can add the email address to it. Yes.
So I'm just, guys, do yourself a favor right now. You're running a business, you have a side hustle, you are an entrepreneur of any sort, just go and buy the domain.
Because that instantly builds credibility in my book.
Instantly builds credibility.
I'm like, oh, you got, okay,
I see you. They're doing things. They're making it work. Yes. They're doing what they can. And in this instance that I'm thinking of, this particular group of business owners that I was chatting with, nobody in the circle had been in business for less than 4 years. You see what I'm saying? So we're not talking about like, no, well, I kind of just got started, so just hit me at my Gmail account. No, bet. Listen, we all had to start somewhere. We started with that. Not really. But what I'm saying is there's grace. Everybody gives grace.
Yes.
Everybody's story is different.
You definitely can give grace.
I'm not trying to throw everybody under the bus. I'm simply saying, in this particular circle, there was nobody, and I'm saying 4 because the youngest business at the table had been in business for 4 years, and that person had a domain. The person that did not have a domain, the person that had a Gmail account, had been in business for 7 years.
Wow, that's not good, people.
Collecting people's money. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is the line. I wrote it down because I want to make sure I get this thing right. Gmail for gangsters. It says, "Don't mess with me."
Whatever, devil.
Listen, this is the line right here. Are you ready? If you can't invest in yourself, why should we invest in you? That's why I wrote it down, because I didn't want to get it. I didn't want to mix that thing up. If you can, that's the issue. If you can't invest in yourself, why? It's too small a thing. It
really is.
Listen, if you can't say amen, say ouch. If this is your particular toe that we're standing on right now, I apologize. But in love, I'm telling you, go and buy the domain. Please. I guarantee you'll be surprised at how easy it is to go and buy the domain. Shameless plug. You can go to Composition and buy the domain.
Yes, you can. Domains.yourcomposition.com.
Domains.yourcomposition.com will get you a domain. But I'm even if you don't go to us, what's good, Michael Flemings? Even if you don't go to us,
yes, and you can go to so many other places to get a domain.
Get yourself a domain. I was talking to a bunch of public speakers, and I was asking them, raise your hand if you have yourdom.com, your name at yourname.com, right? Yourname.com. Only 30% of the people in the room's hands went up. This is a whole longer conversation and presentation that I do. I'm just going to say, this is my rant for this week, because this happened this week. And I'm saying, fam, don't be out here in these streets talking about Gmail. Let's talk about, listen, me.com and what. Get yourself a domain, y'all. Get a domain.
Let's look professional, please.
Listen, get a domain. Let's look professional. Get a domain, and then get a subdomain that you can do links off of. Oh, okay. Now I'm giving you too much.
You're giving way too much information.
I'm done.
But one piece of advice: if you have a child, baby just come out the womb,
buy the domain.
Get their domain. soandso.com.
Boom.
They will thank you in the future.
Not even just get the domain. Also get the Gmail.
Everything.
Also get the Facebook.
Everything.
All the way down the line. Get all of them. And put them aside. Our kids' email addresses have been there since long before they could read. So
we have their
this
domains.
is a whole other hack.
So yes,
we
tip for the day.
That's a tip. That's a free resource as we go into our resource of the week. But as we go into it, I just want to say one more time, fam, just buy the domain.
Just buy it. It's way too cheap.
Oh my gosh, it's so cheap. Like how many, we have unused domains that we just purchased just in case.
Yes, we do.
A friend of mine purchased, he saw Oprah's speech. Neville. He saw Oprah's speech and he purchased Oprah for president.
He did.
And they bought it from him.
I'm telling y'all, come on.
They bought it from him.
Do y'all know you can make money from just buying domains?
And that's the piece I'm not saying, but you should be able to extrapolate that. They bought it from him.
Come on.
She never ran for president. They just bought it. On the off chance. You get my point, guys? Like, just buy the domain.
Just buy it. It's way too cheap. Come on.
Buy the domain. Okay. I could stay there for a long time. We're gonna get into resource of the week.
Resource of the week. We got another one.
Listen. I will say this. When you have a proper email address,
like this falls right into place.
Night.
This is another pet peeve for me, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I have gotten emails from people and I'm like, yo, I don't know how to reach this person. Like, there's no contact number on there, nothing. Maybe my email went to junk.
We don't know.
I can't call them. Like, just create a signature, y'all. It's really easy and it is so free. You might not want to use a platform like this if you don't want to. You want to create your own thing. But guys, this makes it so easy.
But isn't this the one that you can track?
It's the same company. HubSpot provides a bunch of free resources for business owners. And this is just another thing that they offer, which is the free email signature template. I've used it and it does great work for me.
And people see her emails and see her signature and they respond back to her like, hey, how do I get a signature like that?
And they're like, yo, this is legit. I'm telling you, the email signature does give some credibility to you as well.
It does.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like what Neville just put into the chat, info@nevillesimpson.com,
yes.
right? It's not necessarily when it's, so-and-so at gmail.com, but I digress. The point is you can use this email generator with whatever email address you have, and it is free 99. So I just wanted to show what there's multiple
you can change it up to however you want it to be, how it want it to appear, and it's really simple to put up. You just copy the code they give you into your signature area of your email, and that's it. That is it.
It's really, really, really simple. So definitely wanted to get that in there. Wanted to showcase this. We want to get into our conversation with Neville Simpson tonight, but I just wanted to share yet again. These are people talk about scaling their business. They talk about growing, right? They talk about being able to take on more. The way you do that is by employing tools like these that enable you to automate certain pieces of your operation. Having a signature that's well done, that has your brand on there, that has all the things, is like you're sending your business card every time you're sending an email to someone. So this is just like don't miss the opportunity. Somebody said the other day, is such and such relevant anymore? And it's like, it's too easy not to do it. So who cares if it's relevant?
Just
you get my point. It's like, just do it in the off chance that somebody may see your signature and be like, oh yes, that's the guy I was looking for. Let me hit him up. I hope this information is still good. So I want to just kind of give you that practical scenario so that you can understand why a tool like this one, which is free. Did I mention it's free?
From HubSpot.com.
Like a tool like this one is where it's at. We're gonna put that link to this resource in the description. Once we go offline. Gary Jones says, I'll be checking this resource out. Yeah, Doc. Come on, Doc Jones. But listen, we're excited. We want to play this quick little spotlight, right? Incubator Spotlight on Headshot HSV.
Yeah.
I said Headshot. And then we're going to get into our therapy session. Let's go. Man, we are in for a treat. Y'all saw that video?
Yeah, that joint was fire.
that was dope. No, seriously. We're here with a good friend of ours, Neville Simpson, Headshot HSV. You can see his handle on the screen. I'm saying headshots plural, but it's not plural.
Headshot.
Yeah, that's why
HSV.
you're better off. You're better reading. You're better reading than to listen to me.
One
Headshot HSV.
You better duck. You better get it.
Oh. But man, we're about to settle in on the couch. But even right as we get ready to do that, you guys go ahead and greet our guests in the comments section. Go ahead and put some stuff in there. And if you've got an Instagram account, go ahead and follow that handle that you see on screen right now. But man, we want Neville. First of all, we want to say welcome, brother.
Thank you.
We've known Neville for quite a long time. He is also in my networking group. Yes. And we're cool. Yes. Right, Neville? We cool, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I'll say
right
this
now we are. Yeah.
Right now.
Today, at this point.
Whatever.
One of the things that is so cool, he does photos for the Huntsville Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, he does.
He does photos for, he's done photos for us.
Yes, he has.
Done photos for some of everybody.
A lot of people.
Headshot HSV definitely is exemplary of what he does, man. But take a second and talk about.
From the cradle to the grave.
Oh my.
Yeah, I just got a thing to do a funeral. So literally, I've done the maternity, babies.
Wow. You know what's crazy? I saw you. I was gonna say I saw you at graduation on the floor.
Yes, you were.
So that's awesome, man. I saw you at graduation. But listen, tell folks a little bit about you, and then we'll dive into your story.
Yeah. So I mean, like you said, my name is Neville Simpson. I own Headshot HSV, but provide professional headshots and corporate portraits for individuals and corporations. Nice. And small businesses. I also run Neville Simpson Photography because I'm not Jamaican, but I'm Guyanese. And so I do have multiple businesses. Yes. So I tell people I quit one job to have 3-4
jobs.
Yeah,
that's
and stuff.
Anybody in the chat can attest to that. Like, how many businesses do you have? Put a number in the chat. How many businesses do you have?
Yeah,
we got a few. Oh my, it's starting to pile up. Yeah. But how many businesses do you have? Put that in the chat. We love that, man. Neville, thank you so much for coming through today and hanging out with us. We love to hear. Of course, we love it here in Huntsville. We love all the businesses that we've been able to meet up with and network with and do projects with. But Neville, take us. This is our time now. We're settling in. We're settling in on the couch.
Yes,
we're getting comfortable.
Ready.
Even though we're on a chair.
Yes.
They lying.
We're on chairs and we are settling in on the couch. The two things are happening.
I may not want to believe anything about this. We're starting out bad.
But no, Neville, man, listen, a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, as small business owners, and in multiple different capacities, I mean, sometimes the business that we share stories of has already been closed down and is gone.
Yes.
But we want to hold space here at Incubators Couch for business owners, entrepreneurs, to be able to share some of those experiences with clients. Sometimes they're good. And sometimes they're bad. We can learn from both. We can learn from both. So, what story? What do we? We're gonna start our therapy session and
well,
talk
first of all, I want to say thank you guys for having me.
Of course. Absolutely.
And this is so innovative, just like you guys are. I mean, this is pretty dope. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
What episode am I on?
We are not sure yet, but we will let you
know.
Okay.
We don't even know the number.
We don't.
Okay. We just know I'm not number one. So but congratulations. I did watch one of them with Paul. I did.
You did.
Okay, good.
So that was real good. That was real good. So I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So all right. So let's get into it. So we said what horror story?
We like horror stories.
Oh my goodness.
Put horror in the chat.
Yes,
horror. We want to see your horror. We want to hear a horror story. But no. Whatever story you have is the story we're here to receive.
Yeah. So I would say probably my most memorable one that started off, that initially, I thought that, the client sent me an email. It's like, hey, I went on your website, right? So naturally, I knew that she saw my price.
Of course,
right?
she's on the website.
He has it on there.
Yeah. and my website, especially with headshots, because it's a so-called commodity type business, right? So I made sure, list all my prices on there. I also provided a lot of information, right, from the start of the process to the end of the process, so that a client who is considering my business, a lot of times when people are considering headshots, is usually, okay, the boss either tell them, hey, we need toilet paper, we ran out of coffee maker, and we need headshots. Right? So
bring a headshot back.
And most people, they're usually wanting it when they absolutely need it, right? Right. It's
need it.
And so most time they're not coming in happy, right, that they want to do it. And then when they see the price also too, right?
They're just
so
like,
so
man,
take
this headshot, but I gotta pay for this joint too.
So and a lot of times we have to look at it from the client's perspective, right?
That's
so
true.
But at that time, right off the bat, you get this email, and so she's like, I went onto the website, love your work. However, why are you so much more expensive? Right. Why are you so expensive?
So they started right there with that. This is so one thing I want to point out, even as you dive in further into the story, is me and Kanique have a saying that a website makes it real. It's definitely self-serving because we do web design. But what he's sharing with you about his website is one of the things that makes you credible in business. And I love the way he kind of structured that. Like not only do you see some of my work on the website, you see my portfolio pricing, on the website, but you also get a chance to see pricing on the website. You get a chance to get it.
Pricing and also the process.
So, that's exactly what I was going to
do next.
So I put, when you book, this will
happen.
Boom. We
walking them
make
through.
It convenient for you to book.
That's
then
good.
we send you getting ready stuff, get you prepared, and then
giving them the tips, the tricks. You want to present them in their best light, whatever that thing might be, whatever service you provide, whatever product you're selling. You want to give that to your client, or potential client, in a way that allows them to utilize it in its best form, right? And so the website really helps to be like a member of the team in that regard.
Exactly.
And I just wanted to interrupt to share that with the audience, because I feel like
I see what you did there.
Right?
No, not just because of composition. Even if you never come to us, I'm saying pull those nuggets of wisdom from what's being shared.
But it has a lot to do with composition, because she worked at the website and she's helped me over the years. So
thank you.
So it's
100%. Thank you.
I appreciate that, man. And so she came on the website. She sees the pricing. She sees the process. I'm saying she, but I don't know if that.
He did say she.
He.
Okay. Oh, she.
Okay,
he.
She, whoever.
The person sees the process. All these things,
Yes.
and then they message you.
Yes.
With the infamous question that we have talked about multiple times on the Incubators Couch. Why so expensive?
Yes. So initially, as a business owner, I think we get into defense mode, right?
Immediately.
Right. Yes. But like I mentioned earlier, a lot of times we need to look at it from the client's perspective. The client don't know anything. They don't know what goes into
context. Nothing.
They don't know. They don't know anything, right? And they're asking these questions, and I honestly feel like instead of getting on the defensive side, it's an opportunity to educate.
Okay.
Educate.
That's a
right?
good way of looking at that.
So I felt like this is not a conversation to have via email.
Yes.
So I decided, hey,
wisdom.
Let's when it's a good time for us to get on the phone to
meet
and talk, right? Because I want to understand. First of all, right, a lot of times it's based on need, right, versus the need and the price, right?
Okay.
So my price is we custom retouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also help you choosing out the outfits, all
right?
of those
Wardrobe
stuff,
change,
right? Right. So she might be thinking, okay,
this is,
this guy is coming, right?
Yeah. She's thinking it's just point and shoot.
Yes. Right. So, she might also think that she's gonna get her headshots 2 weeks from there, right?
Yeah.
Right. So once I explained that it's within 24 hours, the 48 hours,
she's like,
then it's like, okay. So
because you're paying for that too.
Yeah.
That's all part of the package.
Yeah. So we get to decide what kind of business we're gonna run, right?
Exactly.
As
as
entrepreneurs, right?
We get to decide.
I like that line right there.
When you're dealing with a customer, it's not. A lot of times we make these compromising decisions, right?
Right.
And then we get mad.
You preaching now, man. This is us. This is why we're on the couch.
Yeah. So I explained to her, the entire process, because a lot of times you put it on the website, but we sometimes people don't actually take the time to actually read the stuff, right?
We touched on that
Oh
already.
my gosh,
people don't read.
They don't read. My goodness.
Hey, I don't read. So I mean,
no, and I think sometimes as business owners, we need to realize that the client is like us. And so you might need to go through your process. Might need to go through your website. Need to go through
some
your
of that
examples
process.
and say, okay, would I read all of this? If I got this email, if I came to this page, would I go through all these pieces? I don't think I would.
So we can't assume.
You can't assume that they would. Right. And I,
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of video, so I believe that if it's a paragraph or more, then we probably could do a video. That's going to engage folks. It's going to give them those examples. So, but
that's why I really wanted to get her on the phone, right? Because a conversation is dialogue, right? So you get so much more from that conversation, right? And a lot of times, even in marriage, right?
Oh mercy, right? Even in marriage,
because relationship is relationship.
It is,
right?
And
a lot of times,
client business, and husband and wife is relationship.
So shout out to my wife. She has allowed me to grow into having conversations and long conversations. I'm grown. I'm grown over the years.
There we go.
So now I value conversation, but a lot of times, if you don't have those conversations in your mind, you naturally think the negative, right?
True.
You think
that's true.
This person's trying to be cheap, right?
Yeah.
This person doesn't value my stuff,
is gold,
right? They don't value your work, right?
Yeah.
But and a lot of times we have to fight ourselves from doing it because it shows up in our responses. It shows up in the length that we will go to get the client's perspective, right?
That's true.
Right, and to really understand where the client is coming from, right? So I mean, so naturally, if I got on the defense and was like, "Oh, she's just trying to be cheap," then I would probably respond back saying,
in a negative way.
Hey, that's my prices. We run a business. We have over 20 years of experience. She'd be like, whoa.
And she'd probably be like, okay, moving on to the next person.
That's true. Good right here. We're learning lessons already. So
I mean,
a different perspective for sure.
So long story short, once we got on the phone and I explained to her the process, but also I let her know, like, oh yeah, yes, there are other options,
other packages,
there,
right?
But based on what you are saying that you need, and this is for your company, and I went on to the company's website and saw the other images. I was like, yes, you won't be able to skip on retouching because all these other photos are retouched. You doesn't think so. I mean, so usually, finding out what they need and being able to actually, because our goal is not necessarily to close the deal or to get the sale, right? Our goal is to meet their need, and so we want to serve. We want to make sure, even if it comes out to be that, okay, she just need a snapshot, and so hey, I can actually refer you to people who can give you a snapshot, right? Yes. Right. So I mean, but of course, as entrepreneur, we want to win the deal.
We want the job, right? You're trying to balance that. So, I want to meet the need, but I want to meet the need. I don't want to send them to somebody else. I want to meet that need.
But sometimes it could cost you. It could cost you if you're not that person. If you're not the person for that job, and then you just try to get it right. So a lot of times, in me having that conversation is also seeing if she's also the right client for me, right. And a lot of times, when someone calls you, right, for your service, I mean, the first thing that they say they need is usually not what they really need, right?
That's true.
It's usually not what they really need, right?
You're giving them a lot of stuff, man. That's good,
right?
Too.
So,
really good.
So I mean, so once we start having these conversations, and I'm getting to really get to the root of the stuff, right? Needed, right. So then she easily made the decision. Was like, okay. First of all, yes. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and
right.
And the crazy thing was that, I mean, she came in, right, for one headshot. She was like, okay, I want one headshot. She ended up getting 3 additional ones. Right. Okay. She ended up getting 3 additional ones, right? Because when I shoot, right, even though, I mean, that's part of my thing too, right? I usually say, I usually going back to the whole thing about you decide what kind of business you're gonna run, right? Just because someone comes in saying that they want this, right? You don't cheapen the level of your service. You don't actually cut corners, right? Because a lot of times, that job could be the gateway to a whole nother opportunity, right?
True.
Right. And so whether someone get the bottom package or someone gets the high package, right? When they come in, their name is going to be on the door, right? Yeah. She's like, oh my goodness,
that level of
showing
service.
Out, right, and you go and you edit the photo the same way you maintain. I go through. I give them options so that they can select. Right. All these little things, whatever. So I mean, and then what I noticed, like we're in B&I, right? And it's the whole giver's gain.
Gain, right?
Yeah.
Right. And
B&I, for those that don't know, is Business Network International. That's
shout out
a networking organization worldwide, actually.
That
both Kanique and Neville belong to the same chapter. And so, of course, Kanique represents composition in that chapter. I just wanted to kind of make that connection.
Yes. So, and one of the principles is that okay, you give without actually trying to actually without expectation to
get something back.
But it comes full circle,
yes,
right?
It does.
Right.
Yes, it
does.
Does.
But there's an underlying thing about that, right? A lot of times, right, if you are I'm a half of a decent person, right? right. Usually if someone is given so much, right? A lot of times people just feel obligated
to give something back.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a few more images because this is crazy. This experience is just like
that's true.
You know what I mean? So people, I mean, you're not doing it to guilt people into getting more, right? But I mean, but you go above and beyond, and the average person will be like, you know what, this is, and even if they don't book more or they order more photos at that time, a lot of time they'll be like, okay, next time when I get my money right, I'm coming to you. Know what I mean? I'm coming back, right? So for me, a lot of time, you know, that referral or testimonial or review is worth even more than that extra $100, right?
Right.
Which actually happened in this case, right? She went home. She told her husband about the experience. Showed him the photos. He came in. He booked this. He booked the session.
Right.
Come to find out that he was the golden.
Okay. So he had the deep pocket,
right? Because he's the vice president,
wherever,
of a company.
Wow.
Right. So then he experienced it. She came in the session with him to make sure. She's like, "Why? This is my guy. This is my guy. I'm putting you on. Come on, this is my guy. I'm putting you on my guy. Right?
I love this.
Don't worry. Cool. We going through the session, and I'm like posing him, giving him instruction, and she's telling him, she's like, I know it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel weird, but you're gonna look good. Trust him. Whatever he tells you to do, trust him.
She's the advocate for you. Like, don't worry, he got you.
But even more than that, he went. When he updated the profile on his
company.
His photo, right? Of course, he's the vice president,
right?
So now the president sends me an email. Was like, I need you to come in and do the company's headshot and all employees, right? So we went from someone asking
right?
And it's
the way that go ahead. I'm sorry. The way that was handled. Go ahead.
So I mean, so long story short, you know, the moral of the story is, you know, don't. First of all, don't make up stuff in your head, right? Right. Have those conversations.
Don't assume. Don't assume that the client, what the client's perspective is. Allow them to say, that's true. Good, man.
Our natural inclination.
I'm not gonna lie. I needed to hear this.
Our natural inclination is to think something negative.
I always assume negative.
I always assume the worst.
I go immediately like, this fool. Look at this. Look at this message right here.
My wife got some. We have a term in my house, right, which we have coined it, right? It's like, okay, don't go Brooklyn. I know. Don't go Brooklyn, right? Don't go Brooklyn, right. So I mean, so me too, right? That's something that I've been to therapy for this. You know, I've been to therapy. You know what I mean? But a lot of times we devalue even. We think that we can act a certain way. And, we can think a certain way and act differently. Right. So you have the Bible. The Bible talks about. Your thought, right? First it's your thought, right? It becomes habit and all that stuff, right? So
it's gonna come through.
So a lot of times, right? You have to stop it.
Right in the mind.
Be like, no.
I'm not assuming.
Don't assume.
That. Yeah.
Don't assume. Make that call.
That's good.
Have that conversation. Yeah. Right. Yes. Have that conversation. My wife, she's gonna be so proud of me. Right now. She's gonna be so proud of me.
hey, if you're watching, let me tell you, yeah, we are proud of
you. Listen, man. Listen. I've come a long way.
Listen,
God, Jesus.
He's been on the couch. Jesus. He's been on the couch.
Yes, he has a literal couch.
No, but you know what? There's like a ton of nuggets of wisdom. There's a ton, like infused in the story were so many different takeaways that I think, it's just, I don't even know what we're going to call this episode.
I know.
But there's just so many different takeaways. The way you set your intention, the way you set your mind towards a client interaction can be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
Yeah. You can worry your way into a problem situation.
Yes.
And how you, that's good. How you respond. Wow. And if you keep it neutral.
And then too, also too, the focus needs to be, serving the customer, whether or not they end up booking you, right?
That's true.
So
that's it.
So we have to be a customer focused mind, right. So that regardless, because that will dictate,
how you respond.
No, man, I receive
good.
it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. We're gonna have 1 and a 2 right now, right? So put a 1 in the chat right now if you feel indicted by what he is sharing. I'm gonna be putting a 1 in the chat right now. I'm putting a 1 right now. Put a 2 in the chat right now if you're just confirming like this is something that you've learned. You're at a place in your journey, a place in your business where you also you have come through this route and you've decided I am not going to assume in any client interaction that they are coming at it from any particular point, even if it does seem like they're coming negative or if they come positive. How many times have we heard people sit on the couch with us and they're like, I thought this was a good client, and then it turned into a clientzilla. And so you just can't tell. But being able to have those conversations, being able to have that process like that, designed in a way that allows people to know this is what it looks like, and helping people to be educated, whether or not they book you as, book the business with you, seeking to serve them in a way that they leave empowered and informed about all. So anybody that leaves me and goes to another remote producer to have their live show or their podcast done, they should go to that person informed, like, this is what's necessary. These are the types of things that are possible. And if we seek to do that, even if they don't book the business, you're already serving them. You're already becoming a part of the community. I think there's a lot there that was shared. Doc, I just want to say a word of thanks to you, man. Man, what a message. Listen, what a message. I was going to say it like that. What a message, man.
Yeah, he put a little Jesus in there too. It was good.
Listen, you can see the you can see the handle on the screen right there, Headshot HSV. Go ahead and put some clap emojis, some mind blown emojis in the chat right now. We're going to thank our guests for coming through today. Brother, we're going to have you back.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Ooh. That was a lot.
that was a lot.
So many nuggets. Like, I'm trying to think, which one should I talk about first?
Man.
So many nuggets.
Man.
So many.
I hope y'all
y'all were writing those down because,
man, your boy Neville came with the heat.
Yes, he did.
Jeez.
Like, I feel convicted. Like, I gotta repent of my ways.
like he said that, he's like, you can't. This is the line right here. You cannot think a certain way and act differently.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That is good.
I was arrested by that.
That one line. Like, wow. Wow.
That was it right there, man. You cannot think a certain way and then act a different way. How you think will come out in your actions, and it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yep.
Wow.
That's good, Neville. That was good.
In business.
That was good.
This is going to be a terrible client. And then they become a terrible client because you made them into a terrible client. Oh, my goodness. My.
Neville. That was so good.
Neville.
So good.
What in the world? I feel like we need to pass the plate.
The message was good today. The message was good. Oh my goodness.
Where is water? Like, what prevents such from being baptized? Okay, let me stop.
No, but really though, I am so guilty of thinking the worst. Like my mind automatically goes to, man, this fool, what are you doing now? Like, why? And then I feel terrible when I actually reach out to them, like, and I hear that it was a for real reason, something happened, why they may not were able to get to the meeting, or they couldn't do this, and I'm like, oh dang, I really need to get it together.
See, this is the other side of the Incubators Couch, right? Because if you never hear stories like this one, you may not be able to shift and change that perspective. And this is the reason why we've created this space.
Yes.
Because I mean, literally, even for us, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I did not put 2 in the chat. I put a 1 because I felt like he stepped on all toes.
He really did.
He stepped on all toes. Neville talking about preach. You preach, sir. But and Neville is in the chat, by the way.
He
is.
He is.
Shouting him out.
He's on the chat on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook,
he's man. Wow, what a message! What a message! What a show tonight! What a discussion! That story.
And I think what's good is you have to look at each situation from both sides.
Yeah,
I think that's what really resonated with me. Like, you've got to look at it from either side, not just your side. Think about what could have happened, why this client responded the way they did. Because I think when we had Richard Harding on as well, his client also responded to him saying, you know what, I was having a terrible day. So you really have to look at it from both sides, because you never know what's going on in that client's personal life that's affecting their business life.
We had somebody, we did one of the interviews today, actually, and we were saying to the person that came, I don't want to give away the person's name, but we were saying to them that, you know, that business owners are people too. Like, we bleed too. Well, in today's discussion, what Neville is essentially saying to us is that clients are people too.
Yes, they are.
Right. And one of the reasons why we shared, like, everybody can be a clientzilla. Like, I have been a clientzilla. I know this to be true. Because I'm OCD, man. So I'm a difficult client. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. But the thing that releases us to recognize is that, you know, people are going to people.
Yeah.
People be peopling. Yeah. Like, people are going to people, and you just never can tell. One thing I also want to double click on is Neville, and he did not say this expressly, but it became very clear watching the video again here today. Neville was looking for the golden goose the whole time.
Yes, he was, from the get.
From the initial response, like, why is this so expensive? He was looking for the golden goose. He said he was actually the golden goose. And when he said that in the video now, and I was like, oh,
can you imagine if that was your thought process through all your products? Like, the golden goose.
I wonder, is this the golden goose?
That could change the way you do business.
I'm done. I just, like, oh my goodness.
That was so good.
That right there. Neville, you have taught me something today. And I receive it with both hands and feet. I receive it, sir. Man, talk to us in the chat, man. I want to see, you know, we got several of you guys watching
what are
today.
Your thoughts?
I want to see some of your thoughts.
Yes.
I think this is absolutely awesome. I think there's just so many takeaways. David Hunt said he's going to catch the replay. I see Say Sauce Studio says that was deep. Several ones in the chats. We even have a 2 in there. I saw some 2s in there as well. Deborah Brewer says, serve with excellence.
Yes.
Serve with excellence. I love that. Service, customer focus, Gary Jones says. Gary Jones also says he is dropping bombs.
Yes. Like, straight up bombs, man. Oh my goodness.
Examine the matter from the client's perspective. Absolutely excellent. Don't assume. Have the conversation first. Keep an open mind. Excellent, Deborah Brewer. Thank you for that comment. Man, this thing was, I mean, this was Inception 5 levels deep. Like, that joint. Yeah, you've got to go back and pull back the layers.
Yes, you
on
do.
That thing,
and
man.
I would say go back and watch it again, because you might have missed something that he said in there, because there was just so much stuff that he was saying. I would definitely go back and watch it again.
Because he started off by talking about how he has things set up on the website and in the process and the flow, but he also talking about, you know, the experience.
The experience. Come on.
That's the thing. I mean, to level up in your niche, in your market, right? Because of course there's competition, but in order to have your service stand out above the rest, it's the experience. It's really is the experience, you know.
And I think we mentioned that as well. Like, the experience. Think of Apple.
Yeah.
That's what they are focusing on with their phones.
There was no unboxing videos before
There
Apple.
were not. That is so true. There were none.
Stuff used to come in the little
plastic
thing,
and you just rip it open.
No, you had to cut the thing off. Phones used to come in that little plastic thing, and you had to cut the plastic piece off because you couldn't. You had to cut that joint off, and then you get the phone out, and you would set up your phone. That was it. Man, Apple turned that unboxing experience. Now, how many of you have an Apple box?
Unboxing.
How many of you have an Apple box? Don't lie.
And that joint
your
is
Apple
nice.
box is right behind you right now.
Not throwing it away. We're not throwing it away.
Because of the experience. The experience. I think as business owners, man, we have to be thinking about these things. We have to be thinking about these things. And that's why this Incubators Couch exists.
Yes.
Listen, sometimes we won't even know what we're gonna get.
I know. For real, we don't.
Let me correct that. We not sometimes. We never
don't know because we initially said to Neville, "Come with a horror story. Let's dig into some of that." Yeah. And he has completely flipped the script, and I'm like, it was perfect.
It was way better.
It was way better.
We typed horror at the beginning.
Pretty much. Yeah. It was perfect because you got to see things from different angles, and I think that's what he brought to the table with his story.
This is awesome, fam. We're not going to belabor the point.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we were able to finish it under an hour because I know that interview was a little longer today. But man, we're excited about this space that has been created specifically for entrepreneurs, business owners, solopreneurs. Man, if you have a side hustle, you have a vision and a passion, something that you want to do, and you're growing that thing, you're nurturing it, you're keeping it off to the side away from the other elements. You are an incubator.
Yes, you are.
You are an incubator. You're giving that thing an environment and allowing that thing to grow, without having to face all the issues that are around in this life. You are an incubator. And because you're an incubator, this is a space that's been created specifically with you in mind, the Incubators Couch, where we can talk about these kinds of things. We can learn from people like Neville and several other of our guests who have just been phenomenal in terms of the stories that they've shared and the perspectives that you are able to glean and learn. I mean, the truth of the matter is a story shared is a story shared. Hey, you now that you've heard Neville's story, your golden goose might be out there.
Yeah.
Your golden goose email might be in your inbox right now. Yeah. And the verbiage in that email may not be positive.
Yes.
But that's your golden goose.
Now you know what to do.
Listen.
Now you know what to do.
You now know what to do. You now know what to do, and you now have a different perspective with which you can approach that person.
And how you can respond.
Yeah. Don't assume. Arrest that bad thought.
Immediately.
I don't know why they wrote it like that. I don't know what was going on. I'm going to give them grace.
Yes.
I'm going to seek to serve, even if I don't book the business. That was the last point.
Yes, true.
Even if I don't book the business.
Yes, that's good.
I'm seeking to serve and educate. I think that's the title of the joint.
Yeah.
Right? That's the title of our show.
That is, yeah.
Right? That's the title of the show. Fam, this has been rich. Very rich. I personally, I'm going to go back and watch it again myself. But man, this has been rich. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for joining us every Monday at 7 p.m. CST. We appreciate your support, and we hope to see you next week.
Incubators Couch is unscripted, vulnerable conversations
for entrepreneurs.
Yeah. I was hoping you would take it.
Just like you. I know I missed something.
Yeah, you missed one line.
I'm going to get it.
Entrepreneurs and business owners just like you.
Yeah.
Thanks, fam, for always coming through. Deborah, this was good, sis. I'm telling you, this was phenomenal tonight. It was good. Give grace, seek to serve. There we go. Neville has given us the hashtags for the day. Give grace, seek to serve. Y'all have a great evening. Make it a great one. Later.